Hey guys, we are in Hendersonville, Tennessee today. We've been down here doing several stories, but last night was our last night, and we've been in Airbnbs the whole time except for last night. We stayed at the Relax Inn Motel in Hendersonville. Unbelievable beds. It's the best beds we've had, the best night's sleep we've had on this entire trip. You guys are down in here in Hendersonville, trust me, go to the Relax Inn. Really good guy, take good care of you, great beds, okay? But anyhow, we noticed right across the street here at the First Presbyterian Church, it's just a really pretty church, really old, and they had this really old graveyard out here. And before we left, we wanted to just take a look and, you know, kind of look around a little bit and, you know, just see what we saw, who we saw, and maybe see if we can't do a little bit of research, you know, and find out who these people were, you know, kind of share that stuff with you guys. But Heather, she's working on the other side. There's some more on the other side. And I thought I'd come over here and start on this side. But this one is Bureau F. Mills, 1842 to 1925.
Darrow Mills was born in Hendersonville, Tennessee. His parents were Benjamin and Chloe Ann, and he was married to Annie Shute Mills. He served in the Confederate Army for a while. He was listed as a farmer on the census. It looks like he had 4 daughters and 2 sons. He's listed as dying at 83 years old of pneumonia and old age.
This is William, son of J.L. and Bessie Donnie, born 1900 and died 1902.
William Wilson Doxey was 1 year, 11 months, and 7 days old when he died of an infection and or blockage in his intestine. He was the son of John and Bessie Doxey. John had named William after his father, William, Sr., who was a doctor.
It's terrible. Beverly Miller Boxey, April 10th, 1830 to August 3rd, 1899. So yeah. John L. Doxey, May 18th, 1870 to January 13th, 1925.
John L. Doxey is little William's father. He was married to Bessie, and he was listed on census as a salesman when he died at 53 years old of Bright's disease, which is basically kidney failure. Margaret Louise was 8 to 9 months old when she died of colitis, which is basically an inflammation of the colon. Her parents were Maddie and Omer Woodall. Maddie's maiden name is Redding. Bessie Mills Doxey, 1877-1972. Lee Shute Mills, 1875-1914. And Annie Shute Mills, 1845-1935. If you remember Darrow and his wife Annie from earlier, this is actually their son, Lee Mills. It looks like Lee was one of at least 7 children. I can't find a whole lot of information about Lee, but it looks like he possibly died in St. Louis. And Annie seems to be buried, or at least listed, on the gravestone with him, as you can see. I can't find his cause of death. Hendersonville Presbyterian Church. That door. This is Susan Branch. So I couldn't find any information on Susan Branch at first until I looked at her grave and put in what looked like Dismukes, which would have been her husband's last name, and it actually turned up a second find a grave. It shows her parents as Daniel Donaldson and Margaret Branch Donaldson, and her husband is Marcus Lafayette Dismukes. I still don't have a cause of death. Looks like they had 3 children, but she died very young. This is Robert Bradbury, 1900-1904. It's a dead bird. I thought I smelled something. John Shute, 1832-1921, and his wife Martha Shute, 1847-1893. Charles Dunn, 1844-1926. Maria Dunn, 1852-1936.
There's several of these. Beautiful, aren't they? Parted this life January 18th, 1883. Is there anything else? No, sometimes they'll like buy a plot of 4 with these spires. They'll like buy a plot of 4 and then put this in the center and have grave, 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 and then just have the names on each side of the spire itself. So I was kind of curious. Where'd Heather go? John? Huh, look at that. The 3rd son of Thomas and Ann Boxey, born A.D. May 10, 1825, departed this life July 1st, 1881. John Hall, 1879 to January 26th, 1941. James A. Anderson. February 29th. He's a leap year baby. I was born on the 28th. Except he was born in 1840 and died in 1926. I believe that's the first leap year grave that I've ever actually documented. They're very rare. I've only met a couple people in my whole life that are leap year babies. Just a handful. S. Ewing Gallender, April 1860 to December of 1917. A heart of charity reposes here, true to every trust, faithful in life, noble in death. Would imagine a noble in death thing kind of gets you, don't it? You know, kind of makes you wonder if there was maybe a prolonged illness or something to that fact. Clara Gallender, 1830 to 1914. C.W. Gallender, 1822 to 1885. And this one looks really old. Oh yes, it is. Harriet S. Oh, I'm sorry, Harriet, H-A-R-I-E-T. I'm guessing that looks like an L. Okay, wife of James H. Douglas, born May 9th, 1826 to September 29th, 1876. Gilbert Bradbury, July 7th, 1860 to April 13th, 1910. John G. Dunn, 1826 to February, F-E-B-Y. Never really seen it abbreviated that way. February 29th, it died on leap year in 1908. Died on a leap year. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? It's rare to find someone who's born on a leap year, and then in this same graveyard, just a few feet apart, you've got one born on leap year and one who died on leap year. Margaret Watson, wife of John G. Dunn, born, same abbreviation, F-E-B-Y, 27th, 1834, and died July 20th, 1885. I figured there was a lot of really old graves in here. It just looked really old. No name on that one. There's a name. Noel Douglas, but there's no birth date or death date. Rest well, Noel.
Looks like more modern deaths. Minerva Dyson, 1838-1926. Horace Coleman Byram, 1881-1945. Eva Lanius, 1887-1941. Tamir Dempsey Byram, 1851-1923. James Byram, 1847-1894. A loving wife, mother. Martin Bell, Private, Tennessee Infantry, Confederate States Army, 1825 to 1893. Hatch Dyson, 1852-1885. Albert Dunn, 1804-1895. Something Taylor Dunn, 1844-1922. Michael Dunn. $18.85. I can't read it. Thomas Jackson, 1814 to 1890. Elizabeth Fletcher, our mother. Mother Jane Woodruff Martin, 1873-1912. James Glasgow Mary Donaldson, 1834-1916, 1823-1904, Major CSA. To the memory of our mother, born in Halifax County, North Carolina, 1811, died 1871 at Gallatin, Tennessee, Gallatin. A major general in the Army of the Confederate States, born in Summer County, Tennessee, 1801, died in 1863, East Tennessee. So he died probably in the Civil War. Civil War. It's got like a saber on his stone. Betty Dunn, 1879. She's lived 7 days. J. Galwin Dunn, 2 years old, 1877, 1879. Another Dunn, Lila Dunn, 1885, 1887. Jeez. Another Dunn, Marie Dunn, Weary, 1899, 1907. Our mother, Eliza Talbot Jackson, fell asleep, 1899.
They have a plaque out front by the road. Now I'll keep the camera close because I know there's cars going by and they tend to drown you out, the noise. So you have to keep the camera close so you drown them out. Okay, here we go. That's what I was wondering. I was thinking 1920s at first, or 30s at first, but the Hendersonville Presbyterian Church, organized 1869. So yeah, just look at that. Look how beautiful. wanted to see was right here. Okay. I wonder where they are. Look at this. In memoriam, Brigadier General Daniel S. Donaldson, Major James C. Martin, Captain Thomas E. Dyson, Captain Robert Withers, Captain Guilford O. Talbot, Dr. Thomas Dismukes, Dr. Andrew S. Byron, Mr. John S. Shute, Mr. Darrell F. Mills. I saw that one a minute ago. Mr. Thomas Lynch, Mr. Blackman H. Dunn, Mr. Sam Doxey, Mr. George Summer, Mr. Thomas W. Jackson, and Mr. James A. Anderson. Confederate soldiers buried at Hendersonville in the Presbyterian churchyard, erected by relatives in 1938. So there's Confederate graves in here. We'll have to look into that when we get home, you know, with the names and dates and everything, and kind of go back through it and see who's who and all this kind of stuff. I'm really looking forward to that. It's amazing, isn't it? You know, you video these old graves and you never know what to expect. I mean, it could be Civil War graves, it could be anybody who did anything at any time in history, and you never know what to expect. So it's amazing. It's always something amazing when you go through these old graveyards. You're always amazed at what you find. Busy little place, Hendersonville. And it's not quite, you know, Memphis or Nashville. It's pretty busy. We were through both of those yesterday. With 14 lanes of rush hour traffic.
Thanks for joining us today, checking out this old cemetery. And this almost ends our trip through Tennessee, but we will return. There's lots of, you know, we barely saw any of it, so. Yeah. We're thinking maybe next time, maybe head north or something. You never know. We'll just see where the wind blows us. I like that. It's a big world. You don't have to leave the United States. That's true. Eventually, but you know, we plan on maybe going to Ireland, our first out from the U.S. trip. I think it'll probably be Ireland. So, hillbillies in Ireland. How's that sound? Yeah. All right, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hillbillies out of Tennessee. Yeah, really. That kind of goes together. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? We'll see you guys next time. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.